Hello, Joe here, and I'm back again with another assembly video. Today we're going to be putting together the Bissa shoe cabinet from Ikea. It's, it's a smaller shoe cabinet, but it was still a little bit of a challenge nonetheless. Here's a quick description on the Ikea website in case you were wondering. I'll also zoom in on the dimensions here as well in case you're looking at it online, but let's get started. Now, you know and I know that it's kind of hard to find some of the more popular items at IKEA right now, but I was looking around for something a little bit more unique and also to get some more storage space in my house. Today I saw this shoe cabinet and I wanted to give it a try. I usually do like to unpackage all the hardware just so I can start organizing it and find out what I have in case anything is missing. But what I do like is that the instructions are built to scale so you can understand what hardware pieces you have and then you can organize them. Now let's get started on step one. First we'll start with these dowel screws. Now I like to use a ratcheting screwdriver because it speeds the process up and it's easier on the hand. And so, especially when you have a lot of these, it can take a little bit of time to get them all put in where they go. But for now, I'm going to start inserting all of these right in the locations that you've seen here, and I'll also pan across so you can see the locations of where they're supposed to go. Next, we'll take these plastic pieces. They are directional, so you got to pay attention to the tapered edges here. It won't fit the other way, so you can't really mess up the direction that you put these in because we also have a screw hole that it lines up to. So we'll just insert these four here where they go. And then here is our four hold down screws for these plastic pieces that we'll just put in the holes that are right next to it to hold it down. Then we'll take these planks here as shown and we're going to start inserting the wooden dowels so that we can attach it to the side pieces. Note that these are directional as well, so pay attention to the orientation in which you're lining these up. So we'll take these wooden dowels, don't need that one, just need the four, so we'll leave that there for later. Make sure that the wooden dowels go into the hole opposite of the larger hole, as you can see here, because that's the hole that we need to put the screw into, because the cam locks will be inserted into there later. Put this here and here, make sure it goes all the way flush. And then we have another plank here that actually has a directional piece. You can see this, this particle board here. We'll want to get some dowels in this one as well. Same like the other planks, hole opposite of the cam lock hole. And then we'll insert it with the particle board strip facing the outside of the assembly. Next is time for our little cam locks here. These are plastic, so got to be careful to not over tighten them because they could break. But there's the little arrow there. You insert them with the arrow pointing towards the screw. And so that way it can go all the way down in flush, just like this. And then we'll take a flathead screwdriver and then turn these cam locks just a little bit over 45 degrees until you get some resistance and they stop. Remember, don't over tighten these because they will break. Then we can take the other side piece that the planks are not in and flip it over and insert it onto the top of these planks here. And it should line up based on where you put the dowels. Make sure it goes down flush, and then we'll take some more cam locks and do the same thing over here. On to the next step. I'm going to take some more wooden dowels here, put them into these side pieces shown, remember, opposite of the cam lock hole, because they will fit in both. And you guessed it, more cam locks. So I actually figured out this later in the video as I was assembling the remaining pieces. I put the plank on backwards, the one I just assembled. And not to worry, you can remove these cam locks if you need to. And so I need to flip this around because of that particle board is showing on the front. So be mindful of this when you're doing the assembly. I ran into it, so you don't have to. While we still have it flipped over, we can now put in the little plastic feet that we nail into each of these corners here on the particle board. So this is going to be the front of the drawer, and you're going to have two of these, so you'll have to do what I'm about to do twice. Now you can see here there are two sets of these. They are different, they're mirrored, so you'll take one of one side and one of the other so that you can assemble the first drawer. Got some hold down screws for the side hinges here, just right in these 6 little holes right there. I'm going to switch to a regular Phillips head screwdriver for this one because it was kind of hard to get my ratcheting screwdriver in there. So we'll just attach these side pieces here onto the drawer, and then we're going to start taking a look at the planks to assemble the rest of the drawer. Now we're going to use this bigger one to start, and just take note that these are different sizes, so but you can't really put them in the wrong way. They all fit into a specific spot just like this. You can push the side piece out a little bit so you can fit it into where it goes. Then we have a couple hold down screws to keep this plank into place. Then we will grab the smallest plank left in our batch here, and it's going to be the back of the drawer. So we'll slide this into its spot here. Nope, you can't really go around again because this is the only plank that fits here. So now we have that first drawer assembly put together, and now you just got to do that one more time with the other drawer. It's the exact same process. So this part was a little bit tricky, so pay attention closely as to how I insert the drawers into the assembly. The instructions try to be clear with pictures, but notice how I'm sliding it in here like this so that plank is on that side of the plastic piece, and then once you get it into place you can actually see where the hole aligns for the hinge right there. This other piece was also a little tricky, so come in through the back here and slide it in through the bottom. Make sure that the drawer is on the correct side of that plastic piece as well, and line it up with the hole. And here is our hinge screws. So you'll get a little plastic piece that you insert in first so the drawer can move back and forth, and then you hold it down with the screw. This last part is optional, but the only thing we have left is these divider planks here that you can choose one of 3 positions to put it into, depending on what you're going to be putting in the drawer. I'm just going to put it in the middle here, just to keep it even. And we have now completed the assembly. It was a little bit tricky in some spots, but hopefully this video was helpful for you in putting together your Bissa shoe cabinet. I myself am going to be using this for towels probably, but let me know what you think about the Bissa shoe cabinet. Let me know if you got one, and if you found this helpful, please subscribe. It really helps me out, and I will see you in another assembly video soon.